Hi my friends, today we will start our new PLC programming courses. We will plan to start the tier portal, but we think before to improve your and our algorithmic thinking, we need to learn the structured text language, and for this we will use the codices. We will check our program here and compile it. And in these courses, my friends, we will use the basics and gradually move toward for advanced industrial programming. And after finished, you will closely understand how the programming the PLC and also the pack in the structured text language. And also we will learn the variables, data type, if statement, case structure, loops, array structures, and industrial control logic. And firstly, you must know that the structured text is a flexible and universal programming language, and disadvantages of this learning is the fact that many technicians and electronics engineer or automation engineer are only capable of programming in ladder diagram or sometimes in FPD, and it's difficult for them to understand the structured text program code. But we will try to learn it together, and we write a lot of examples. And let's start. Firstly, let's open new, and here we set OK and ST language. And my friends, firstly I want to explain you how the PLC start and what happened when the PLC, you power on the PLC. I think you know that when you start your computer, you notice that the computer start from the post. It's mean the power on self test. The same belong to PLC, and firstly PLC, when you power on the PLC, and PLC start boot up process and load the operation system called the firmware in the PLC system. This will be and this will ensure that the PLC program know the connected hardware. PLC check the network, check the digital output, digital input, analog input, and analog output modules. It's the first step. The second step is the after startup, all output module are set to its initializing value, and it's important that all output have the correct startup value, so there is no action before the PLC program are started. It's mean if you first time start up your PLC, it's mean PLC will reset all output. And let's write it here. Second step, reset all output. the third step is the update of field bus, field bus communication. It means that the data communication link has now been created via network. For example, you can use the Profibus, Profinet, Ethernet, or Modbus. And the next step is the value from the sensor, maybe it's switch, maybe another instrument equipment, now received from the connected input modules. And shortly you can write the read all inputs. Read inputs. And next step, my friends, PLC start to execute the programs. Start execute program. Of course depend of the cycle time, and after that PLC update all outputs, and then we go to step number 3. And also I want to talk about the PLC scan time, because it's important to know how the PLC execute the program. Some modern PLC have the scan time of 1 milliseconds, and sometimes you faced with a sensor which scan time is less than the PLC scan times. For example, the temperature sensors, and you must divide your program and your modules which have the different length time to read the actual and correct value from the sensor. And the last topic I want to talk about, it's our RTU, and I know that RTU is a microcontroller based device. It's maybe, my friends, modern RTU has the microprocessor. Maybe it's microprocessor based device, but all old RTU is microcontroller based device, and it's mean that it has some function, and it has the real-time operation system. It's mean RTOS, and its real-time operation system execute some function. For example, it has the function 1, and its behavior depend on which value you send to this function. For example, it has two variables, bool A1 and bool A2, and if you check for example A1 for true, some of your output, for example output 3 is up, it's true. And in the next lesson we start to our first program. We start to write our variables, and we faced with if statement and structure, and I will explain you it by example. So I think after we finished this course, you will easily programming any controllers. And that's all for today, my friends. I wish you all the best. I wish you good health, and subscribe to our channel. And if you enjoyed the video, give like for our videos, and see you in the next lesson, my friends.